We return to Laura wandering the streets, looking for vehicles to potentially draw for gas or use to teach herself a little more metallic work. The undead still surround her, and the dangers have not stopped. But there's plenty she has to do, and that list seems like it never will end. Welcome back to Project Zomboid, everybody. I know, it's been a while since we've heard that, and that's, on me, obviously. If you follow me on Twitter, though, you know, or at least have been getting some updates in this, in regards to what's going on here, with this show and what's happening on the channel. And while we look around for cars for us to draw for gas, let's talk about what's coming up on the channel. We've seemed to have found ourselves in yet another transitional period. We've, the last big one was when we went from Kenshi to Zomboid and all the other little indie games in between. And Zomboid has been a really great time to return to. It is an incredible game on its own, and I've had such a good time with it, and the future updates still look like it's going to add an insane amount of depth and replayability every single month, and they are still dropping regular updates. But for now, I feel as though I'm kind of done with Project Zomboid until another update comes that really kind of gathers my attention. Well, I'm ready to kind of just take a break. The next big update I'm looking forward to is multiplayer, actually, as I've had big plans since this new update popped out about doing some big multiplayer things with other YouTubers and streamers and stuff in terms of RP. And that I thought was going to come out a little earlier, as did the devs, as I think they talked about a little earlier than they maybe just should have, as they gave kind of a rough date on multiplayer, and then as things do in development, and they don't work out perfectly, and they didn't quite hit their deadline for it, but they're working on it, and it's the next kind of big update. But when that hits, let's keep moving here. It's been a while since I've been on this side of the map, but when that hits, I was initially going to go from the single player experience story into a multiplayer story, but since that hasn't happened and other things are coming out, we're going to put Project Zomboid on the back burner for now and return to it when the multiplayer hits or single player gets some more really huge game-changing updates that we're excited for. But it's been a great story with Dr. Ward, as all the other ones that came before. There was a really kind of fun exercising my creative writing muscle a little bit there with the intros. And that's another reason I'm kind of ready to put this away too. For a while, I've just run dry on little flashes in her history that I feel are worth telling. And while you could say you could just make up anything, Mathis, it becomes unbelievable if, in my mind, at the very least, I don't know, you can judge me all you want for saying this, but if she has such constant, like, important events happening, it feels like she never ever lived a normal life or had days that were normal. And that just not the kind of thing I want to portray. I felt like I told the story I wanted to tell with Laura a little while ago, and nothing really came forward as far as finding more story tidbits that I wanted to share. I did debate going back and starting a new character, and I almost did, but instead I kind of discovered the next Kenshi story I want to tell. So back to the transitional period that brought me to this initial conversation. We are going to be leaving behind Project Zomboid. We're also going to be leaving behind, as I'm sure others have figured out, Star Sector. Not because I wasn't having fun with Star Sector, but a game is coming out that I want to play that kind of fills that role and has a bit more of the visual style that I'm looking for in a game, at least to tell stories like this. So, on March 30th, Mountain Blade 2, the early access, comes out. And that's going to have the campaign and the sandbox, and while it might not be feature complete, there's a ton of content there, they're saying, and I'm extremely excited to play that. I did a huge Mountain Blade series back in the day that got up to like 70-something episodes, I think. You can go check that out way back in the day. I modded it, and I'm so ready for the new one. The day after that, X4 3.0 and the expansion Split Vendetta come out, and that is going to take the Star Sector slot. So if you're curious why it's been so wishy-washy with the main series, it's because they've kind of been at the end for a little while now. RimWorld, I was having a great time with, and then I died really early. But we've got a second colony going now, which I'm going to keep up with. And all the other stuff, like the Chilluminati podcast and all the side stuff, that's going to continue. But just the main rotating series on this channel are about to shift a little bit. But I wanted to do one more episode with Dr. Ward here, even if we're just wandering and discussing the future. because I want to put closure on it. You know, we were what, 60, late 50s, early 60s in terms of episodes here on this particular Zomboid series. You know, that's a long runner. That's a long runner. It's no 100 or 150 episode series like I may have done in the way early days of Mathis Games and Project Zomboid, but there's more that I want to play now. There's more that I want to explore. There's a safe house over here. Let's see if we can get into there. There's way more that I want to do on my and play and explore and tell different stories, and I've been looking for the right sci-fi sandbox game that has that same Kenshi style of like tell your own story, influence the world, join factions, work against factions, pit factions against each other, and that is X4. And I am just ready to jump into that game. I played about 2 to 3 hours of it. I went through all the tutorials in the new 3.0 beta section to learn the basics of the game, so I'm not going in blind, but I am going in relatively blind in terms of a playthrough sense. I haven't really put a ton of time into it outside of learning what I need to, and I did that on purpose because I want to tell the story I want to tell, and I think it's going to be a fun one. I have this character in mind that I want to play, and it's not going to be a goody two shoes type character. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time. Ooh, okay. All right, let's see if we can get in here. I'd love to try and pop this thing. Okay. I want to back up. I want to pop the plank on the ground. Okay. Here we go. We will clear this out my way. One down. Now these are survivors, so they could have something really, really good on them, but I'm not expecting much. Whereas doors being slammed here, the window got shattered. I'm surprised we don't see the zombies that were in the backyard coming at us. 1, 2, so a total of 3 that I'm aware of. Okay, they have not really been riled up, surprisingly. I want to see if I can get their, yeah. Let's see if we can get their attention. Oh, wow. Okay, one barricade down, or the door just went down. Good. Okay, we're dismantling things because we're trying to be multitaskers. I'm going to back up and away. There's another house over here with a truck. Ooh, we're in a nice little kind of dead-end road. I do wonder. All right, let's see if they busted the doors or anything over here. Hello? Another one down. And I think that broke the knife. Luckily for... Oh no, it got stuck in the skull. I can't remember if there's belt left. Okay, we were good. I want to clear the glass, but that's gonna also create a ton. Another boarded up house. Wow. Oh, I love that slow turn. I love that slow turn. Oh, it's such a small thing, but it's so cool. Okay, we missed. Okay, another one down. They're kind of splitting themselves up. Yeah, the door that we heard break was that one. So this is gonna break soon. I kind of just want to go in the door. All right, we're panicking a bit, so this is where we're gonna back up. We're gonna drop some trash. We need to have a smoke real quick. Ooh. I wanted this one though, smoke. Taking a step back, popping one of our cigarettes and just inhaling. Gotta calm the nerves if we're gonna fight. They've moved. Okay, we're gonna back up. 2 zombies is too much now. It's way too much. If I can get a push. Good. One down. Good, good, good. Rotate. Look. Good stuff. Good stuff. Like clockwork, baby. It's like riding a bike. You never forget. Still think there might be another one. Yep, yep, yep. Okay. Good stuff. Okay. I think that was maybe one of the 2 barriers, but it could have been a door on the inside as well. We can... Okay. Yeah, it was one of the 2 barriers. Why don't we... give ourselves another area out. Okay, now let's get these things out of here. I kind of want to wait for her to break it on her own. There's... I want to say there's maybe only 2 in there now, but... The nervous Nelly in me says, be patient, just wait. It might only be 2 though. One. The more we can draw them out, the better off we're gonna be. Let's draw them out. And then we can start doing head counts. Hey, hang on, I'll help you out. Hammer to the head will always do it. There we go. Now we're getting hungry. I hear no one else. Let's remove some broken glass. We'll create some noise. We'll see if anybody comes meandering this way. That it? Now we just make sure this house is clear. Okay, we're gonna have the soup real quick. And we might have found ourselves where she can spend the night. She's gonna be tired sooner or later, since we've been up all day. A crafted spear, good. A couple of decent weapons. A hand axe will go a long way. We got in our skills, I'm assuming it was like, yeah, for blades. They really didn't have a lot of food, did they? Let's just eat some cereal. And their mutton chops went bad long ago. Needle. Could be good if we ever need to suture ourselves up. What a garbage safe house so far. How disappointed Laura is. Okay, a first aid kit ain't bad, and it looks pretty packed. We'll take the bandage. Vitamins. We'll take a drink. And now we have full bellies. At the very least, we sated our hunger. I'm just surprised that we didn't get any like weaponry beyond a spear that we don't really have room to carry with our backpacks. First aid for beginners is useless, and we already read that. It's not safe to sleep here. I'm gonna try and get over here and see what we've got. But that, honestly, I'm very, very happy with how we handled that. What, do you have like a bandage on your head? And how do you know I'm here? Maybe she smells the blood on me. Did you have surgery? What happened? Can we please get the good animation? Thank you. It must be. Must be head bandage. There we go. Down she goes. Dramatic death. All right, hello? Is anybody in here? I'd like it if... Ooh, I hear multiple breathers. Oh, maybe that's because of that. Ooh, I definitely hear something walking on broken glass, though. So maybe not. Let's do a wide turn. Maybe the back windows, this place is already busted. Yep, see, that's why you gotta listen. I still hear breathers. Oh, God. Oh, what the? I tripped almost. Oh, we gotta go. Okay, we just tripped over a zombie. And that was enough to set up them off. We must have made a lot of noise as we crunched on the grass to try and catch ourselves. Just putting a little bit of a sprint between us and then the trees, though. This should be enough to get us away. Dangerous. We have our gun if we need it, but we're not a good shot. All right, I think we're good. Yeah, they definitely lost us, which is good. Now we need to we might be able to make it back. But, oh, she's fairly heavy load. That might be why she tripped too. Let's eat the rest of the cereal and get ourselves a bit of maybe a full stomach strength boost. Yeah, there we go. Wow, we're still moving kind of slow. Pondering how things have gotten like this after so long, Laura is ready to sleep. The sun sets and maybe for the first time, she welcomes the darkness to help her relax. Too long she's been trying so hard to fight against it, and even after so much work going back to places she's visited, the undead have already returned in stronger numbers than before. Maybe now's the time to reel back the amount of effort she puts out. Allow herself to sleep a little later than normal. Eat a little more than she would, and enjoy a few of her days instead of toiling away endlessly and alone. Dr. Ward, thank you for your company and your story. Perhaps we'll hear from you again. Or perhaps you'll simply enjoy the last days you have and the food you've gathered. Until then, stay safe. The world will never be safe.